Thermography is a non-invasive method that we can use to help assess the function of particular tissues within the body. Generally, we are able to use medical-grade infrared cameras to assess the surface temperatures that might reflect a deeper disorder within the body. I'll give you a very good example of why anyone might want to consider this. Specifically, breast cancer, like many cancers, causes your body to make new blood vessels to supply the cancer mass. Those blood vessels are not normal ones. They don't respond to hot and cold as the rest of our body does. We've all experienced going out in the cold, and because it's cold, blood vessels to our hands and periphery shrink, leaving the skin cool to the touch. That's done to maintain your core temperature. Conversely, in a hot environment, our blood vessels will dilate so we can leak heat out into the environment and keep our core cool. So we use this to our benefit. Blood vessels created by cancers don't contract or dilate. They stay the same size. So that if we image an area such as breast tissue and we find the surface tissue or the surface temperature of the skin is going up, then we have an area of suspicion. Then we place the person or challenge them with cold water. Your body will misinterpret that challenge and start to shrink down all the blood vessels to the periphery. As we've just said, tumor blood vessels don't shrink, so the temperature stays hot around a cancer. So it's a functional test to assess whether somebody's at risk. Another very critical area that frankly most clinics are not utilizing this tool for is on hormone replacement. Many of us already know that breast tissue is sensitive to estrogen, has certain receptors to it, and those can be deleterious or not good for the breast tissue. So augmenting with estrogen might be creating more problems. We now have a painless, non-ionizing radiation form of imaging this tissue to see if people are potentially at risk or whether they might in fact have a problem that we need to explore further. One of the most interesting findings about thermography is its ability to, as a functional test, to help us assess your risk of developing problems or to point to an area that we need to explore further. It's not a replacement for ultrasound or mammographies, but it does have the benefit of being able to be done very frequently. It's non-invasive. It doesn't damage your own tissues, much like particularly mammography can do. And in light of recent guidelines done on breast screening, which is now advocating for imaging the breast later in life, younger women can take advantage of this technology to maintain their vigilance, even though the medical community more broadly is now saying they're not at risk for developing problems. If you're intrigued by this new technology and would like to know how it would apply to you, I would encourage you to visit lvlongevitylab.com, schedule an appointment, and give us the opportunity to see how this technology will help you now and in the future.